Good morning to you all, dear parents. Mr. Shabaz Samad, our chairman and managing director, and our guiding force. Ms. Fatma, our academic director and the heart and soul of Capstone High. Ms. Nivedita Mukherjee, our academic advisor and our mentor. Ms. Sonal Chowda, our EYP consultant and a constant guide to our early years program team. My dear colleagues, who are ever ready to learn and offer a conducive environment to support our Capstone High community, and my dear students. We are much excited at the launch of our senior secondary classes. A warm welcome to you all to the new academic year 2021-22, and especially to those who are joining our Capstone High family today. Ms. Anju, if you can change to the next slide. Let me guide you through the flow of today's presentation. I'll be introducing you to Capstone High vision, mission, and core values. And we will go through an overview of competency-based education, why, what, and how. We will also be guiding you on the importance of social emotional learning and life skills. Mr. Venkat will take you through our plan for the academic session 21-22, and we will introduce our teachers and team who will be guiding the students this year after that. We will also be having a question answer session, so we'll request you to write your comments in the chat box, and we will be taking the question answers by the end of this session. We are at an unprecedented time, and as we ride out of the COVID-19 for the second time, we are renewing our commitment to support the Capstone High community through our vision and mission. Our vision at Capstone High leads us to strive to nurture the innate qualities of curiosity, conviction, and compassion, which are our core values, to enable students to be their best version of themselves. And our mission is to be an exemplary learning community school. We build the foundation of this community through meaningful relationship building between teachers, parents, and students, while ensuring relevant and engaging learning through effective communication. We constantly challenge ourselves to be better than we think we can be. We continuously advocate the greater good for our multicultural school community. Our endeavors with this mission is to build lifelong learners who have the tools of living in the present and the future world. Next slide, please. Capstone High believes in offering competency and skill-based education. We need to continuously develop the curiosity and humanity of all our learners in an inclusive environment as 21st century citizens, where resources are limited and competition is at its all-time high. With so much uncertainty all around and so much information readily available to them, students need to focus more on making sense of this information, sharing and using it in smart ways to face the real-world challenges. Students are expected to develop skills they need to succeed in this new world, and it is our responsibility to help them grow the confidence to practice those skills at their own pace as they identify their career path and prepare for their life ahead. The process of change must be transparent and must be driven by adults and youth in equal measure. We expect children to be more self-oriented at this stage, orchestrate change, and embrace the reality. Teaching and learning at Capstone High being transformational, we aim to make students work around their strength, be future ready to face the uncertainties of life as compassionate citizens who will value relationship and be emotionally strong. Ms. Anju, if you can move to the next slide. Rooted strongly in our national curriculum, which is the CBSE curriculum, the pedagogy is adapted in line with the National Education Policy 2020, keeping in mind the global standards to meet the learning needs of a whole child. Students are trained to be curious in their environment and sensitive about their community, aware of the local needs and the global dimensions. This can only happen through experiential learning. Students are exposed to real-life examples to connect and conceptualize classroom teaching, leading to competency building. The learning is lifelong, sustaining when their cognitive skills are strong and they're passionate about what they're doing. There has to be intrinsic motivation, and they have to be driven from within. Enduring when they are intrinsically driven and have the conviction in their ability. We can attain all of this. We believe that the most effective learning environments are the ones in which young adults and adults are equally valued and heard, trust each other, and develop a respect. And at Capstone High Parents, we believe in that partnership. We believe in a nurturing environment where children can identify their own passion and are empowered to have a thinking mind with their right to aspire to have more meaningful learning journey. Education today needs to offer student a sense of purpose, to offer student an environment to thrive. When a community works together to make meaning of their own life, they are strengthened by what they learn and empowered to take action. When two teachers and students have an open mind to identify and review their experiential learning, they can explore new opportunities of learning and hone themselves to upgrade their knowledge, skill, and attitude towards life, which is very, very important in today's world. Teachers facilitate the transformation in students by acting as role models in imbibing the core values of school, curiosity, conviction, and compassion across subjects in their daily routine. It is transmitted down to students in their everyday classroom practices, and the competency-based education provides a framework for faculty and students to become true partners in educational enterprise. The competency-based education is designed and identifies and structures minimally necessary learning outcomes, connecting the classroom, lab, and experiential placement to requirements of the next level of training to real-life practices. Teaching with competency-based education requires understanding this learning structure as well as the knowledge and skill to flexibly adapt it to the needs of each individual learner. Lessons or experience planning in competency-based education is developed through well-written, well-organized course outcomes and objectives. It also requires a thorough understanding of the competency component to be developed as well as the instructional activities, pedagogies, and assessments most likely to encourage the development. When used effectively, the competency-based education works as an advanced organizer and allows teaching and learning to focus beyond simple knowledge, skill, and attitude acquisition towards application, transfer, and impact assessment. In any educational organization, teachers are the engines of change. Capstone High believes in self-development of teachers, which is one of our key strengths. Teachers are offered continuous support and stimulus by our leadership team to transform themselves into educational leaders. They are guided and equipped to develop new teaching strategies through EdTech tools and trained on leadership competencies to nurture their signature strengths. This year, to support our senior secondary section, we have 7 new teachers joining us to strengthen our team, besides our already existing team. We fortunately have a committed and supportive parent body, dedicated teachers, and caring administrative staff, which blend harmoniously to create a child-centric school which enables our peoples to think, ideate, create, and unfold the magic of ecstatic imagination. I now hand the platform over to Ms. Suchishmita, and who is the academic coordinator, and Mr. Venkat, who is our senior coordinator. Over to you, Ms. Suchishmita.
Thank you, Ms. Ratna. As Ms. Ratna has already mentioned, that Capstone is deeply committed to competency-based education according to the guidance of the CBSE curriculum and the National Education Policy. The 21st Century Skills has three major components: the learning skills, the literacy skills, and the life skills. We will walk you through each of these components one at a time. Anju, if you could just move to the next slide. Thank you so much. So when we are talking about the 21st century skills, we are talking about critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. So through our curriculum in different streams, humanities, commerce, and science, our intention is to develop the 21st century skills such that our students are future ready. The students are trained to hone their critical thinking skills by analyzing problems and applying the knowledge learned in class to solve problems. As we know that success in today's world, both socially and professionally, depends on an individual's ability to have positive relationships and ability to work in collaboration with others. The teaching and learning strategies at Capstone give students ample opportunities to work in groups such that they can develop their social skills. We encourage public speaking to develop students as confident communicators. Last but not the least, we encourage them to think creatively and out of the box about problems and issues in their own environment. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now, coming to the literacy skills, in today's world, the definition of literacy has broadened to include not only linguistic skills, but also media literacy and technological literacy. Apart from their training in computer science and information technology, the teachers will integrate various EdTech tools and simulations in their teaching and learning processes such that the students are comfortable with using technology. They're also trained to understand which are the reliable sources of information on internet and media such that they can sieve the relevant information and learn to use digital technology in a responsible way. If you could go on to the next slide, please, Anju. Now, the most important component of the 21st century skill is the component of life skills. The focus of life skills is to develop students who are self-directed learners and are responsible citizens. Hence, at Capstone, we focus on social emotional learning and self-reflection among students, which helps them to take charge of their own learning and improve their own productivity such that they can achieve the goals that they have set for themselves. Move on to the next slide, Anju. You have to bring in the components one at a time, please. So when we come to talking about Capstone High, how we are going to deliver this competency-based education in the 11th and the 12th grade, it will have several components. The first one, of course, the central part of the teaching learning process is the CBSE curriculum. Now, the curriculum has got two components. First is the subjects, of course, in humanities, science, and commerce, which would include different subject combinations. And in our school, we will give due importance to the theory part of the subjects and also make sure that the students are getting practical experiences even during the online or the virtual classes. Kindly move to the next one. So, as we have already spoken to you about the importance of life skills, the life skills would include the focus on social emotional learning, art integration, sports integration, such that, and also seva, where students can extend their learning to make a difference in their own environment and society. All of this would be included in the everyday curriculum as part of our teaching learning process, so that we can deliver a holistic experience for our students. Apart from that, we will also include industry and institutional connections and expert visits, such that the students can understand and be ready for the work environment once they move out of the boundaries of their school and college education. And finally, for especially for our science students, we are looking at a hybrid model where we have partnered with Akash. Anju, if you could just kindly move to the next components. We have partnered with Akash such that the students will get training for the competitive exam, national competitive exams after school hours. And Ms. Ratna and Venkat sir will walk you through the curriculum of Akash and how the teaching learning will go on in that with this later on in the slides. Now, coming to as we told you, that equal focus will be given to the knowledge part, that is the theory part of the subjects, along with practical hands-on experience, such that the students can make connections with what they're learning in class and the world outside, where they can apply their learning to solve problems and issues. And in humanities, the subjects of history, economics, psychology, sociology, all of this we will try to integrate case study analysis, primary surveys, social experiments, research projects, such that the students can apply the concept that they are learning in class to understand issues around the world and how and think deeply about them, and brainstorm as to how we can come to creative solutions for these problems that we are facing. For the science bit, I will hand it over to Venkat sir so that he can take it up from here.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So in science stream, we all know the importance of practicals. So for science stream for 11th and 12th grades, we have 70% theory and 30% we will be having practicals. So for the science stream, the main focus is on skills. That is to develop a scientific attitude and to use and apply such knowledge for improving the quality of life. To provide that experiential learning, we are planning to include all practical lab activities specified by the CBSE in our lesson plans. Even in the virtual platform, all the lab activities we are planning as interactive simulations using FET developed by Colorado University, and also we are using OLabs developed by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Next slide, ma'am. So that is these are our physics and chemistry labs. The physics and chemistry labs are well equipped with all laboratory apparatus which are required for CBSE for both grade 11 and grade 12. In our physics lab, the physics practicals will help the students to develop experimental, observational, and decision making and investigatory skills. And in chemistry practicals that help the children to develop an ability to observe, to analyze, and to interpret objectively, and to make a rational decision to solve problems involving chemistry. And if we look at the biology lab, even the biology lab is well equipped. And the biology lab mainly aims to increase understanding of living systems and to allow the students to consider the systems in relation to the self and other organisms in the natural environment. Next slide, me. Yeah, this is our computer science laboratory. Even it is well equipped, and the computer science laboratory will help the children to demonstrate proficiency in the analysis of complex problems and the synthesis of solutions to those problems. We will be exposing our students to higher levels of learning in collaboration with ISRO, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, IISC, Indian Institute of STEM Cell Research Center, and other institutes of higher learning and research. Now I hand over to HOS ma'am to explain about social emotional learning.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat. As mentioned in my introductory address to you all, and also by Ms. Suchishmita, we will be giving a lot of emphasis on social emotional learning in our classroom situation, because we strongly believe that in the current situation, it is very important to have strong social emotional connect with our environment. So this social emotional learning is embedded in our classroom teaching, and we will help students to identify and be self-aware of their inner potential, and we will also guide them to manage their own selves so that they can be more focused in whatever they are doing at this point in time, and also get prepared for their life's journey ahead. So with an understanding of their self and how to manage their self, they can be more responsible in their decision making process, and they will be more aware about their social surrounding and about their environment, which will help them develop strong relationship with their community around. We will also be guiding students uh, through their SWOT analysis. That is, we will help them identify their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and the challenges that they may be having around them, because we strongly believe that each child is unique and each child has their own competency, interest, their pace of learning, and their style of learning. So once the student understand their self, they can manage themselves better. Uh, in order to do that, Anju, if we can move to the next slide. We have identified a form period which is included in the timetable, and teachers will be interacting with the students and guiding them to develop their understanding about self and to have a better social emotional connect. And class teachers and coordinators will be available at all times to support, and students can also reach out to the school counselor, who will be available to provide support whenever they need that. We have provision for breakout rooms where students will be able to work on collaborative tasks that are planned in our lessons, so that they can continue to engage with their peers constructively, especially in today's situation where we are not able to get them to school physically. We also have a tie-up with Pharmata, which is our career counseling partner, who will be supporting the students to identify their career path. So the team also, our admission, grade 11 admission team also, you must have interacted with Ms. Harmit, who is a part of Pharmata, and the team organizes and helps the student understand children to identify their passion and realize their potential. So they will also help the students identify their personality, interest, aptitude, and intelligence in the process, scientifically map their career option, and help them identify which course is the best suitable to make their career path. They have already helped them finalizing on their subject choices across different streams, and will help them also choose the entrance examination that is suitable to each one's aptitude and their dreams. So we will be having sessions with Farmata so that our children can be best equipped to choose their career path. We strongly believe, Sanju, if you can go to the next slide. As educators, we have learned that linking classroom to the real world helps engage students and teaches them the why behind what they learn. But teachers sometimes struggle with the best way to integrate real world application to classroom lessons. And as Ms. Suchishmita just mentioned to you, teaching and students about exciting career and linking those careers to classroom is going to be our most important career guideline also in grade 11, where we feel that the classroom learning is one way to show them how math actually might help them land up with a cool job. And what is better than teaching them about those careers? Connecting them with an industry expert who works in that field and can answer student questions and help them gain an in-depth look at where the future in history, economics, psychology, math, or physics might take them would definitely help the children choose their career option with greater thoughts. In the very near future, experts feel that 78% of all available jobs will require education beyond high school. That does not necessarily mean 4 years of degree, but something beyond high school, where 60% of the employers feel that job applicants lack the education and those skills. The single biggest factor in enhancing career development is having students engage with business and industry while they are in the classroom. And how do we do this? Ms. Anju, if we can go to the next slide. We will be having sessions with the industrial expert, possibly once a month, and we will try and help the students identify. Uh, we will help them find an expert to get answers, and they can also write and publicize their learning, uh, and this will help them identify their own career path. We will help them plan an internship with the industries that they are looking forward as their career path. In the process, we have also tied up with Akash, and I request Mr. Venkat to take you all through our partnership with Akash.
Thank you, ma'am. So for grade 11 and grade 12, we all know how important to get a good rank in the entrance exam. So at our school, along with the CBSE board marks, we are focusing on entrance exams also. So to support our children in this aspect, we have tied up with the Akash. So the Akash will going to support us by providing a study material which has a deeper understanding of the concepts for science streams, and also it will provide a regular updates of their performance and assessments. And it has a student app, a student parent app, where they get a regular feedback of their children, and it has a systematic and regular assessment system. So the all assessments are well planned before, and as a parent and as a student, you will come to know at when and what time you're going to have assessments. And it is also going to conduct national level entrance exams, so that will from that the child will come to know their potential at all India level, and that gives the real examination uh, effect, I mean that experience that it will give for children. Anju ma'am, next slide. And this is how your day will look like for the science stream students. So we are working from Monday to Saturday. That school will function from Monday to Saturday, and every day it is starting from 8:45 to till 3:15. So each period is of 1 hour, and between every period we will be having 15 minutes break, and we are giving equal importance to curricular as well as co-curricular activities that already Suchishmita ma'am and Ratna ma'am told you. I explained about it. So we are having even the PE classes, yoga classes, art, and also form period to support our children emotionally, social emotional needs to support in this aspect. We have form period, and along with that, for every science students, we will be having 4 periods of theory and 2 periods of practical, which is practicals, which is online, and offline it will go 6+3. So this is about science stream students timetable. And if you take humanities also same way. It is 4 periods. So here also we are giving importance for academics as well as co-curricular activities. Here also we have integrated our uh, periods with art, yoga, and PE, and also farm period. So this is a tentative timetable, and the day one we will share some the correct timetable I will share through Google Classroom. Anju ma'am, next slide. So we would like to inform you about how this year the grade 12 board assessment has done. So because we all know due to this pandemic, the grade 10 and grade 12 exams are cancelled, but the assessment is done based on their past year performance. That is the grade 10. From grade 10 we have taken 30%, and from grade 11 30%, and from grade 12 the 40% of the marks they have taken. And this grade 12 40% is like during that grade 12 whatever internal exams the school has done, so that is the average of that has been taken to 40%. So the total it will give 100%. So that is how the theory exams are assessed for grade 12, and practicals exams has been conducted in the month of January February. That is 30% practicals and 70% theory. And this is how we're going to do assessments in the Capstone High. So assessments is to gather relevant information about student performance or progress, or to determine student interest to make decisions about their learning process. So at Capstone High, we believe that the assessment should be a continuous process instead of a single test or exam conducted at the year end. So this will help the students to get timely and continuous feedback that is required to improve their performance. Keeping that goal in the mind, the assessments this year will include tests, periodic assessments, multiple assessments, portfolio, and skill-based assessments. The weighted average of all these will give the final grades or results. So we request all the students to give equal importance to all assignments and deliver their best. Next slide, ma'am. So we request our parents to mark these dates. So these are PTM dates, that is term for term 1 and term 2. So 28th August it is a post PA1 PTM, and 30th October is a post PA2 PTM, and 5th February is a post PA3. And for 11th graders, they will be having their annual exams in the month of February. So 5th March will be their final PTM. So immediately after this 5th March, we will be starting grade 12 classes to them. Next slide, ma'am. So we request our parents to mark these calendar events that we are planning. So these are the capstone annual events for this academic year. In addition to this, we do have grade-wise show and tell events also. So our events, if you look at it, so it will have a curriculum presentation where our grade 11 subject teachers, they will explain about the goals and objectives of their subjects, which is on 9th July. Then CAP Sarvekshana is actually a social studies event. It is integrated with math. And Cap Sci-Fi is our annual science event where the child will get a chance to showcase their scientific skills, and that which is on 20th November. And the Cap Scala is an art event which is scheduled on 12th March. Next slide, ma'am. So this is our humanities team. So starting from a left top, that is Miss Shajini. She will take applied mathematics, which will be there for humanities. And next, Miss Sohini. She's an art teacher. Then Miss Shweti Singh. She's a Hindi teacher as well as a sociology teacher. And next is Mr. Justin. Uh, He's a political science teacher. And next, Mr. Sanjay Das is an English teacher. Then Miss Suchishmita, ma'am, and she's a economics teacher, and also academic coordinator for grade 3 to grade 11. And the third row is Mr. Gauri Shankar. He's a history civics teacher, and Mr. Prasanna Kumar is our sports teacher. And then Miss Sonia, she's a psychology teacher. Next slide, ma'am. So here, this is our science team for grade 11. Starting in the column wise, if we take the first column, Dr. Chandan, he's a biology teacher, and the second one is Mr. Sanjay Das, he's an English teacher, and the third one is myself, Venkat. I will take physics for grade 11. And in the second column, Ms. Sohini, art teacher, and Prasanna Kumar. And the third column, Miss Mrudula, she's a chemistry teacher, and Miss Shajini, she's a math teacher. She takes maths for science team. Next slide, ma'am. So these are our expectations. We expect our children to have a laptop and a headset and a good internet connection, as our HOS ma'am mentioned. So in our LBDs, we will be planning many activities. So that requires a laptop with a good internet connection. So mobile phones will not support many apps or applications that we use are integrated in our lesson plans. And the second thing, we would like to prefer our children to be healthy. So plan a healthy food for them and advise your child to take enough water, and also maintain COVID norms and be responsible. And the very important thing is the how the board 12 or 10 has been assessed. So as we have seen, the board results not only based on the final pen and paper test any school or college will conduct. It is actually a continuous process. That is what we believe, and that is what even CBSE is doing now. So we want our children to be punctual to classes, and also we will be having a monthly week unit test week. So there are children to be regular to those monthly unit tests, and also for the periodic assessments. And all these date sheets will be shared well in advance, so that even as a parent, you will come to know when your child will be having unit tests or periodic assessments, so that you can plan accordingly. And the maintaining regularity in submission of assignments is also very important, because even the assignments will carry marks. So it is very important to keep that engagement with the class. Submission of assignments are important. And in case of any emergency, if a child is willing to take a leave for any period or any day, so from the parent mail ID, kindly send an email to the class teacher and mark CC to the coordinators and HOS ma'am, so that in case if there is any important notes or any important material, if you would like to share, so we will share it with you personally. And for any academic related queries, better reach out to the class teacher or coordinator, so they will give you a better clarity about any academic related information. Next slide, Anshu ma'am. So to achieve the student's goal, it is very important to have a good partnership between student, parent, and teacher. That is what we believe. So handing over to Suchishmita ma'am. Next slide, ma'am.
Right. So that was about our curriculum and about, subjects, practicals, and expectations. But to start any academic year, I'm sure our students who are rejoining us from our last year's grade 10 batch, and also some of the new students who have joined us, are coming in with their own dreams, their own aspirations, their goals for the future. And we also want to support them as much as we can and hold their hand for every step of the way so that they are able to realize those dreams and aspirations for themselves. So we will hear what some of our students have to say about what they are expecting of the year ahead. So Anju, if you could just kindly play. Anju, the video is not audible.
Anju, if you can make it audible, the video is not audible.
This good morning. What I'm looking forward to in 11th grade is preparation for entrance exams like JEE, NEET, etc. Practice can help us to prepare for these exams. And good morning. What I'm looking forward to in 11th grade is preparation for entrance exams like JEE, NEET, etc. Practice can help us to prepare for these exams and also for the boards. I would like to see teachers explain concepts more interestingly to the students, which will allow us to grasp concepts more easily. One-on-one meetings enable students to grow and improve in which they are lacking. This can increase their performance in set. Group discussions are also important for growth as it increases your understanding of a subject, and it can also point out your weaknesses and strengths. Thank you.
So that was Pavan. Next comes Hardik.
About what I'm looking forward to in grade 11. As you know, grade 10 is one of the most memorable years of our school life. And like last year, we got about 2 months of offline school, and I hope this year it was better. I'm looking forward to inter-school competitions that we haven't had in a long time, and also having an immersive experience in class, even if it's online. And mainly, I'm looking forward to exploring new things and learning new things in grade 11, and I'm sure it'll go great.
Good morning. My name is Govind and I'm currently studying in grade 11. My expectations from grade 11 this year is that I score well and I give equal importance to academics as well as the co-curricular activities that I'm interested in. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody after this lockdown. Thank you.
My name is Anand D and I'm very excited to join the 11th grade batch of Capstone High, as I've heard that this is the first batch of Capstone High and I'm excited to be a part of this batch. I have chosen the Humanities Stream and I am very happy that Capstone has offered me all the subjects that are personally my favorite, and I hope to meet new friends and have friendly teachers. And I wish to have a great year. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Riya Gupta. I'm gonna join grade 11 this year. This year, I'm looking forward to learn new subjects like sociology and psychology. I'm also looking forward to meet my old classmates, my new classmates, my new teachers, as well as my old teachers. I'm also looking for offline classes as last year during the COVID-19 pandemic, we had we had mostly online classes. I'm also looking forward for more physical interaction with my teachers as well as my classmates. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Akshay Dey and I joined the Humanities Team in grade 11. My aim is to join the civil services in the future and I believe that Capstone can provide me a platform to help me reach my goal. I have spoken to the teacher, the career counselor who has guided me well so far and they have told me the choices of subjects that I should choose, and they have also included all the subjects which I like, and I believe that they'll keep guiding me like this in future as well. Thank you.
So that was some of our students and how they are looking forward to the year ahead and what they expect of themselves and also their teachers in school in future. And we hope that, as Hardik says, that I'm sure it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. So that's our hope too. And we are looking forward to this new journey that, along with these students, even Capstone is starting a new journey this year with grade 11 and 12. And we hope to grow, learn with our students and hold their hand and help them realize their goals and aspirations. So over to Venkat sir and Ms. Ratna.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms.
So
Sushmita.
thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Venkat, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So for any academic related queries, as I told you before, so we are happy to help you. And so this is my email ID and phone number. So anytime for any queries, you can just ping me up or just drop a mail. And this is the time to answer your questions. So we are happy to answer your questions.
So if you have any questions, please put it in the comments so that we can answer them down. Or if something comes to your mind later also, you can WhatsApp us or even call us or drop a mail so that we can get back to you about your queries.
We have a question from Mr. Patel, and he had asked the question: will Akash Coaching conduct live teaching sessions? And as Ms. Aisha has already responded to that in the comment chat box, that we will have post school and weekend classes for the students signing up with them. And they also have, as Mr. Venkat had mentioned, they also plan to do a hybrid course, but in the given lockdown situation, that may not be possible immediately. But they are also looking at a hybrid option for our students. And there are competitions that they have put across, which will lead to 90% tuition waiver if our students can get through those tests launched by Akash. And additionally, Akash also offers a 10% discount on their fee for students who enroll through Capstone High. At admission in 11th grade commerce regards to subject choice availability, which does not offer subject informatic practices, more suited to commerce and humanities, while computer suited for science. We also have information technology uh, offered for students of commerce and humanities, sir. We have not enrolled for information practices because that will take some time, but we can definitely look into it. But as of now, we have information technology offered to these students. Any other question? Anju, I think I have answered that.
There's a question from Ms. Nambonita De.
Anju, I have already answered Mr. Patel's. We will be having hybrid classes. When to get the books? We will be sharing the e-copies of all books, and we will be sharing the book list. Uh, we expect the parents to purchase that because there will be various subjects that are taken by the students. If you want, you can write to us and we can arrange to get the physical copies also. But as of now, we will start with the NCRT books, which we will have e-copies, which we will share with you at the start of the year. Any more questions?
Yeah, there are no more queries. We can't see any in the comments. But however, I would suggest all our parents to get back to us in case something else comes up in your mind, even after this session is over. Please feel free to reach out to us. Aisha is there, even Colonel Sir, Colonel Ashish Mehta is there for all parents 24/7. You can also write to Venkat Sir, Ms. Ratna, or me in case you have any more questions coming up. These are the numbers which are being flashed on the screen. These are school numbers where you can reach out to the school administration in case you have any more queries or want to inquire more about our curriculum and our school. So I guess that's it from our end, and we will sign off, Ms. Ratna, now, and we hope that the journey ahead is going to be a wonderful one for all of us, where a lot of sunshine and colors and rainbow is waiting on the other end.
Parents, we are much excited at the launch of this program in school. We had been looking forward to this new beginning at Capstone High for grade 11 and 12. Uh, Capstone has just completed 7 years of their providing education, and it's a dream school for all of us. And we really want to make it successful for every child who passes through our portals. So we would request you to support us in helping our students to take their journey forward in life. And you can, as Ms. Suchishmita said, we are always there for you. And we will be most happy to answer all your queries. And Mr. Gaurav, we would look into how we can best support your child for the IP. But as I mentioned to you, we have already got affiliation where we have got permission to offer IT. We have not applied for the information practices as a subject, but we can always write to the board, and if we get the affiliation, then we will get back to you. Or else we can definitely offer information technology from the beginning. Thank you, Ms. Esther. Uh, we are really looking forward to the bright beginning of this section. We are looking forward to having you back with us, Ria.
And she is also excited about all the new subjects that she's going to learn, as she shared. So welcome aboard, and I hope that you have a great year ahead. With that, we will end our presentation today, and Students and parents, our classes will start from Monday onwards, and you will be sent invites to the classroom and all the other information that is required for as your timetable and other things would be conveyed to you by your coordinator and other teachers. So bye for now.
All the best, Pawan. We are looking forward to all meeting all of you. We wish you could get back to school physically, but with this lockdown situation, we are looking forward to meeting you all online with extra vigor, with extra energy, and with a promise to help you, support you through your life's journey ahead. Bye.
Thanks for